The FBI investigation that led to finding Richard Allen Davis guilty in the Polly Klaas mystery death was marked by a combination of forensic breakthroughs, diligent police work, witness cooperation, and breakthrough evidence found months after the kidnapping. Polly Klaas, a 12-year-old girl, was kidnapped during a slumber party at her mother's home on October 1, 1993. The intruder entered, tied up Polly's friends, and abducted her at knifepoint. The crime shocked the community and put investigators under immense pressure to find the perpetrator quickly. Law enforcement agencies, including the FBI, worked intensely to gather physical evidence and interview witnesses. The FBI introduced advanced forensic technology for the time, such as alternate light source technology, which made latent fingerprints and fibers visible in ways that were not typical in most investigations then. Using this technology, detectives found a latent palm print on Polly's bunk bed frame and collected fibers that connected multiple crime scenes. These forensic discoveries would become pivotal in linking evidence directly to Davis and supporting the case against him. A composite sketch of the suspect was created based on descriptions from Polly's two friends, the only eyewitnesses. The sketches resembled Richard Allen Davis, a career criminal with a history of violent offenses and prior kidnapping convictions. At the time of Polly's abduction, Davis had been out of prison on parole for a kidnapping charge. But this critical fact was initially missed due to gaps in information sharing and checks. 2 months after Polly's disappearance, Dana Jaffe, a local woman, found a sweatshirt, girls' clothing, and other items on her property during a hike, which she suspected were connected to a crime scene. The police investigated this discovery thoroughly. Jaffe also recalled seeing a suspicious stranger around the time of Polly's disappearance, which helped law enforcement zero in on Davis. Once Davis was identified, his detailed criminal history emerged, including violent offenses and prior kidnapping convictions. This history intensified suspicion that he might be Polly's kidnapper. A major forensic breakthrough occurred when the FBI forensic lab matched clothing fibers found at Polly's home with the clothing pieces found on Jaffe's property. This physical link was critical evidence directly tying Davis to multiple crime scenes related to Polly's disappearance. Furthermore, the palm print identified on the bunk bed in Polly's bedroom matched Davis's palm print, providing a crucial fingerprint link to the crime scene. Davis was arrested for a parole violation. Initially, during interrogation, Davis denied any involvement, but later confessed to entering the home, tying up the girls, and kidnapping Polly. He admitted to strangling her in his car and hid her body in a field outside Cloverdale, California. Davis then led investigators to Polly's burial site, confirming her death and providing closure to the long investigation. Law enforcement officials managing the investigation, including FBI agent Eddie Fryer, had initially faced numerous challenges due to conflicting eyewitness reports and the elusive nature of the suspect. The pressure to find Polly and the suspect was immense, with thousands of leads pouring in, yet no solid connection until the forensic evidence emerged. The pressure extended to interviews where the two young eyewitnesses were asked repeatedly, but their consistent and honest testimonies contributed to the composite sketch and investigative profile. Davis's arrest was more than just based on eyewitness descriptions. It strongly relied on the forensic breakthroughs that tied the physical evidence to him. The paper trail of his parole status, his criminal record, and the novel forensic approaches demonstrated the lengths the FBI had to go to build a solid, irrefutable case. The FBI's commitment to using emerging forensic technologies, such as fluorescent powders and alternate light sources, proven successful in this case, went on to shape future FBI investigations and protocols. Davis' case also highlighted flaws in the system, such as missed opportunities to catch him earlier due to inadequate checks on parole status and criminal history. It helped spur reforms in how offenders are tracked and how evidence is collected and analyzed in kidnapping cases. His conviction, which was for first-degree murder with special circumstances, made him eligible for the death penalty, which he received in 1996. This investigation remains a seminal example of how forensic science, painstaking detective work, and witness input combined to solve a complex and haunting crime that had gripped a nation. The careful gathering of evidence, relentless pursuit of leads, advances in forensic technology, and eventual confession all played indispensable roles in the FBI's ability to find Davis guilty in the tragic death of Polly Klaas